Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Geek.
Assalamu alaikum, guys.
Assalamu alaikum. How are you feeling?
Alhamdulillah, how are you guys?
I'm feeling.
How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Hi guys. Today we have a special guest. We've got Ashlima with us.
Hi. I'm joking. How come you have this on? I was just like, you know, I'm just covering my hair. I feel like I don't. Yeah, I feel like I don't have to justify myself. I don't have to be like going around like, oh, I'm a Muslim. I just, he asked me why I had my scarf and I said, oh, I'm just covering my hair, like, that's why I'm wearing, I'm covering my hair.
Yeah.
And then he was like, oh, but why? And I was like, because I'm a Muslim. He was like, oh, you never said. And I was like, well, I'm not going to come in and be like, hi, my name's Ashley, and I'm a Muslim.
Yeah. Like, her name's Ashley, my name's Haifa, guys, me. And this is my sister-in-law, and we're going to film a how I converted to Islam or why I converted to Islam. Loved more than words can say. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. You know what? Okay, so let's get ahead with question one. Numero uno. Okay, so did you convert to Islam just to marry my brother?
Yeah. Oh,
You did?
Oh, no, I didn't. Sorry, but no, I didn't.
Sorry, not sorry. You didn't?
No.
Okay, just to clarify, because everyone might think that, yeah.
Because that, you know what? They're like, that's people's perception. Like when they see like a Muslim and then they see like a revert, it's always like, oh, like they just assume, oh, you converted for that reason. Yeah, do you know what I mean?
So
Like
you converted to Islam for him. Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
No, hun.
No, I'm sorry.
Get to know.
Yeah. So Hayden's made us some breakfast. I can't wait. Well, I say breakfast. It's like 20 to 4. Yeah, my second breakfast for the day. But it's because it's a nice egg omelette, so we get to call it breakfast. We're just waiting. تفضل تفضل. Da 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 da.
Where am I sitting?
Let's have a look. So what did you make us starting here? No, I made this vlog. Incredible. Thank you, Samantha. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Well, barbecue guys.
I know, like you know what? Like I took my time with it. Like I reverted for about 3.5 years ago, and I really recently, like I took my time. Even with praying, I really learned how to pray like last year. Like I took my time with it, and alhamdulillah, I taught myself how to pray. You know.
So that's good, yeah. So yeah, because even Haytham, my brother's not the type to be like, yeah, you know, yeah, stop praying now and wear your hijab and change the way you dress now. You kind of let her decide how she wants to do it her way, and that's the best way, because you're more you do it from the heart more, and you know, you're more genuine rather than being forced to do something, because you're not likely to stick to something if you're forced to do it, and obviously it's like, not going to be the right intention anyway.
Exactly.
What have you found to be the hardest thing after accepting Islam? Like after like Reverted, what was the hardest thing that you had to change or had to let go of?
You know what? Like the hardest thing was, it wasn't even letting go of anything. It was telling my mum.
Okay.
Yeah, but she took it really well. Like I told my mum, but I think that was the hardest thing, is like just how to mention it to my mum, like what to say.
That's a good point though. So what would you say to someone who would want to revert to Islam? What would
I kept it from my mum for like a long time, and I didn't tell her at first. And I'd say just talk to her. It's like as soon as you're learning about it or you're looking into it, just start mentioning it, mention it with your family, so then it's not like a big massive shock when you turn around and say, oh, yeah, like I'm Muslim.
How about letting go of certain foods or drink? No. Or any sort of socializing?
No, because when before I was Muslim anyway, like even my friends, like I've got one of my close friends, like we would just never really drink anyway. Yeah. So it was never like a big, when I became Muslim, it was never like, oh, I miss this.
Have you changed your name?
No.
Ashlima. I call her Ashlima.
But you know what? Every single person that I meet, like I'm not even joking, every person I meet always calls me Aisha. Like randomly, and they're like, oh sorry, it's Ashley, isn't it? And I'm like, yeah.
Don't change my name, it's part of my identity, how dare you! What's your best thing about being a Muslim? What are you most happy about?
You know what I love about being a Muslim is like how high women are in Islam. Like I remember when I was looking into when I was really interested in Islam, I was looking into it, and there was one thing that like I seen and I absolutely like I loved it. It was Jinnah is at the bottom of your mum's feet, and I just think like that's how like, because obviously as Muslims we're all striving to get to Jinnah, and like it's like a big thing, like that's why we're here. Do you know what I mean? Allah like has put it at your mum's feet.
Yeah, that's so beautiful.
Allah.
So basically, what for the non-Muslims, the status of a woman in Islam is so high, and what you see in the media, what you hear about from other people, or what you might have always seen from, you know, different cultures, the status of a woman is actually really high in Islam. We have more rights in Islam than we have anywhere else. So it's even when I love it, even when me and Ahmed like have a disagreement about something, I always refer back to Islam. What should I get in Islam?
And it's true, and I remember as well, like when I was looking into it, there was this one website, it's like the very first website that I ever looked on, like for Islam, and it was it's called Women's Islam, and it's got everything, and it's just about women. That was the very first website that I ever looked on.
So many cultures mess up the perception of deen for non-Muslims, and then it becomes like, oh look, Islam is not right because women get beaten up, or women get oppressed, or women have to wear their veil, or women have, do you know what I mean? Just because of what the culture is doing to that woman, they're making out like it's Islam is making you do that. But it's totally not. It's totally not. It's insane. But okay.
Yeah, and I feel like as well what I love most about Islam is like you found your purpose. Like you found your purpose in life. Do you know what I mean? It's like like before as well. Like before I was Muslim, I feel like I just go on my day. Like I just do whatever, and there was just no care. Like I was just like. And now that I'm Muslim as well, I feel like I always think of Allah. Like I've always got Allah in my head, and I think to myself before I was a Muslim, like what I used to do with all that free time in my brain. What I love is the Muslims themselves. It's like a sense of like, what did you say the other day? Like a sense of community.
So yeah, when I asked Ashlina, when I said to her, what made you, so this is a question, so what made you most love about Islam and definitely think about converting? What was it?
It was the Muslims, how they are, like, and how they are as people. And you know what I love as well? It's like when you're walking in the street and like a Muslim, they come up to you and they're like, Assalamu alaikum. I love it, it's so beautiful, and I just think like, you wouldn't get that like and you get like an English, like you wouldn't get like a non-Muslim who would be like, they might say like smile, but they wouldn't be like, oh hi, peace be upon you. They just wouldn't do that. Do you know what I mean?
I always think, just say I'm rich, just say Islam, it's nice. And so many times it makes people smile, and I think, oh, I've put a smile on someone else's face. Like, where is that gone? Like people have like lost that, and I feel like everyone should try and like bring that back because it's so nice, and it's like the person who brings the Salam Festival, he gets so much reward. When I say it, and every time I say it, people are like surprised. They're almost surprised, like I said that.
There was a point in my life that I was, not a point in my life, but when I became Muslim I was like, oh, you know, I'll just be Muslim, but I don't think I'll ever wear hijab. I think like your mind set on something, but then Allah softens your heart, and then and then you wear it.
Has anyone in your, have you ever tried to like talk to your family members about Islam, or?
Yeah, inshallah. My sister, she's like really, my younger sister, she's really interested in Islam, and you know what, like it wasn't even me, it was her who brings it up to me.
That's
amazing. And yeah, so I always try and like, now I like give her books, like Islamic books. Why Muslim journey? Why would you become Muslim? And she's like, you know, I learn about it in school, like in religious studies, so I learn about it in there in school. And she's like, I have a lot of Muslim friends as well, and they're just really nice people.
Oh. Hey guys, do you like my top? It's boutiqued and I love it. I still love it.
Anyway,
I'm not going to stand up because I'm wearing my pyjamas.
I make mine.
Oh yeah! I need it.
And I was in an environment where they were all Muslim because it was a halal restaurant. So I was working there, and I worked there for 5 years, and you know, I had friends in there, and they just started teaching me about like Islam and why you can't do these and why you can't, like certain rules. Well, not rules, but like people think it's rules, but I think like the things that you can't do, like, oh, you can't drink, you can't eat pork and stuff like that, and it's better for you, like it's better for me to do that. Do you know what I mean? Like
it's all beneficial for us. The things that are forbidden for us, it's all beneficial for us, and the things that are the things that we're meant to do, it's good for us. So it's kind of, it's logic really, isn't it?
I remember the first time that I seen like my friend praying in the back. Yeah. And I was just like,
I was gonna ask you. That's a good.
What? I was a bit like I was like, what is he doing? doing? Like, what's he up to? Like, he's just there, like, log. He's just there praying. But like, I felt like I was intrigued. I was just like, I was shocked, not shocked, but like I was just like, wow, like what's he doing?
It is
like I've never seen, I haven't even seen it on the TV.
Yeah.
I've just never seen it, and it's the very first time I've seen it.
I guess it's a shock to people because they don't, obviously something completely new to
yeah, and I was like, who's he praying to? And you know what, like subhanAllah, I remember saying to him as well, like who are you praying to? And he was like, Allah, and I was like, well, who's that? I'm that typical English person. I think Allah and God is two different things. Yeah. I thought that they had like their own like, you know.
Okay, tell me a story about after you put on your hijab. Have there been any incidents or?
You know what? Not really. There was where I work, because obviously I've only just recently started wearing a hijab, alhamdulillah, and in work they've all seen me with my hair and stuff like that. So I feel like that was hard. Like I remember the first time going into work and like I was like, should I take it off? Like I was standing next to my husband and I was just like, oh, should I take it off? And he was like, if you don't feel ready or you don't feel right, then just take it off during. I haven't seen you with it. Like it's okay if you're not ready.
Yeah.
And then I was saying to myself, like, no, like, who are these people?
Who are these? Yeah.
Like, they're not gonna get me into Jannah. Do you know what I mean? I'm not doing it for them. I'm doing it for the sake of Allah. Like,
that's amazing.
But I was so nervous. Well, like, you have to explain yourself. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're going into work and you have to explain yourself why you've got it on. And I remember, like, just a few days ago, I went into work and I just walked in, and there was like a row of guys, and there was a girl sat next to him, and he took her scarf and like put it on his head, obviously to take the mickey out of me. Obviously they were just doing it because I had it on, but yeah, that was it. I feel like he just tried to do it to make me feel a bit uncomfortable, and yeah, I don't know, I feel like I should have just walked over to him and was like, oh, I like your hijab, Assalamu alaikum, welcome to Islam.
She's obviously from Liverpool, so she lives in Liverpool. And
you know what, I was on my way to Jummah and I obviously have my abaya on and my hijab, and I was just walking in the streets going to the mosque, and this white guy, this English like middle-aged man was like walking towards me, and he was like very aggressive. He was like, oh my god, you look disgusting, look at you, you're English, like you're a Scouser, like what are you doing?
Oh my god.
And I didn't even know what to say. I was just like, I was took back because I've never ever experienced it, do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, I was just like, wow, like how rude.
I know obviously you're intrigued by my hijab. If you want me to show you how to wear the hijab, I can.
Because you don't have it on properly.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you very much for allowing me to question you on Islam and your story. Thank you very much for sharing your story. And assalamu alaikum, guys. Bye. So Ashlima, how does my hijab look?
It looks beautiful.
No, this bit here. Tell me the truth.
You need to tuck it in a little bit.
See?
And then I'll do it. And tuck this in. Talk to me, darling.
Alright, darling, I'm just trying to think of how to get started, you know what I'm saying? Haytham, can you get out of here, please?
I know, you're just sneaking.
Yeah,
I don't want to talk when I know someone's listening.
Near me when I'm recording, I don't like it.
You gotta get used to that, that's production.
No, you get out, we're wasting time, please. Yeah, thanks.
Okay.